Okay, let's get into it, everyone. I'm not gonna waste any of y'all time. It's a lot going on. It's crazy. Everybody laying off. Amazon, UPS, who else? Target. So yeah, they blame it on AI. I'm not sure if AI is the cause of it, but either way it goes, they're laying off. So you got to come up with a plan. Family, y'all gonna have to work together. That's about it. You got to work together because time about to get hard. Really, for sure. Check this out.
This morning. Well, just hours from now, 1,000 Target employees will find out exactly who loses their jobs.
And we learned just yesterday they are not alone. Amazon, too, just announced some massive layoffs here. Michelle Beck is here, and you just got some new information about Amazon, Michelle.
Well, yeah, before I get to that, Jason, first thing this morning, Target staff will finally learn the details they have been anticipating for days. So far, there's been no word even on what teams are getting cut. About 1,000 corporate employees at Target will be laid off, and about 800 open positions will be eliminated. Now, these huge job cuts are also starting this morning for Amazon. Within the last 60 minutes, we got
I'm just gonna say about the Target cuts. Well, everybody boycotted for. You got what you wanted. So I hope the people that were boycotting Target, then I don't know what they expected. When the sales drop, you're gonna pretty much lose your job. So it is what it is. Yeah, family, y'all better work together. But anyway, let's get back to it.
these new numbers that the company will cut 14,000 corporate jobs. Previous reports by news agencies suggested as many as 30,000 people could be laid off. And brand new this morning at 6, take a look at this blog post I just found, uploaded this morning. It's written by a senior vice president at Amazon. She writes in part, some may ask why we're reducing roles when the company is performing well. She then cites AI and the rate of innovation, adding, we are convicted that we need to be organized more leanly with fewer layers.
That's a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was working at Amazon, it was just so many people being hired during the pandemic, so much money flowing that they have money just to hire people even if they didn't have anything to do. But now that the pandemic money has stopped, the money train has stopped. It's cost more to borrow money. And you got all them people that's not really doing much. I'm not saying the one that got cut wasn't doing much, but you got way too many people doing the same thing over and over. I can tell some story about the stuff that I seen that was pretty much a waste of time. Like you always reinvent the wheel for no reason whatsoever. I'm like, well, why do want nobody just build on what somebody else just done and make it better and make it perfect? No, everybody want to get their name on stuff, so they keep redoing stuff over and over. But anyway, let's get to the UPS layoff. Give me 1 second. Let me put this over. UPS. Here we go. Check this out.
Atlanta-based UPS has quietly cut nearly 40,000 jobs so far in 2025 across the country.
Yeah, and one of its biggest customers, Amazon, has also cut thousands of jobs here. 11 Alive's Doug Richards looking at what's shaking up the package industry.
Trucks still regularly exit and enter the busy UPS warehouse off of I-85 in DeKalb County. But with way fewer employees and way fewer supervisors at the company's Sandy Springs headquarters. UPS announced it reduced 34,000 jobs in its operational workforce this year, plus another 14,000, mostly management jobs. The company said,
man, I did not see that coming when I woke up this morning. Everybody was to my Target, everybody was to my Amazon was the thing. Then UPS dropped their crap, man. It was like 40,000 jobs cut. I'm like, they got their raises bad. Yeah, if you got a raise, you got laid out, would you prefer to stay at your same level and take the chance, knowing you might not get laid off, or take that raise and knowing that your head might be on a chopping block, because they got some of them making up to $179,000, well, to to be starting in the next couple of years or something like that. I can't remember the specifics, but I remember when they were talking about the deal or whatnot, and UPS workers and FedEx workers were getting paid, man. So anyway, let's continue.
Says it expects to save $3.5 billion by the end of this year to create a more efficient operating model that was more responsive to market dynamics.
And so you knew something was coming. I don't know if people knew it was going to be the scale that was announced today.
Emory marketing professor Doug Bowman says UPS and its one-time biggest customer, Amazon, are both adapting to markets changed by artificial intelligence. Amazon told investors it has reduced 14,000 jobs this year to make the company leaner and more cost-effective. Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Late today, the state labor department.
Oh, did y'all see that machine picking up their book? I don't think I want to order a book. It's gonna be picking up the book like that. I'm like just tearing my pages and shit, tearing my cover off. Yeah, wind it back and watch that, man. That was kind of weird. Matter of fact, I'll wind it back for you. Like, don't be messing up my book like that. If I'm gonna order something from y'all, let me see if I can find it. I don't want to go back too far.
Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Okay, live further.
Amazon told investors
Right here. Check it out,
has
right here.
reduced 14,000
Man, I'm
jobs
picking my
this
book up
year
like that. Look.
to make the company lean.
Man, you gonna rip my pages. You gonna rip my pages up. I don't like that. Okay, well, moving on. Stock market hitting record highs as people get laid off. Of course, you know the deal.
On Wall Street, markets at record highs as excitement over artificial intelligence drives big-time money into stocks. But that same technology may also be transforming the American workforce. Amazon announcing its largest job cuts in years, eliminating 14,000 corporate positions. In a note to its employees, the company calling AI the most transformative technology we've seen since the internet, adding, "We're convinced that we need to be organized more leanly." UPS also slashing nearly 48,000 workers, citing various circumstances for its moves, including opportunities to invest in certain technologies. Jensen Huang, CEO of chipmaker NVIDIA, the company at the center of the AI.
Oh, the crazy part, when I first moved to Atlanta, man, NVIDIA was like, they wasn't that high. And AMD, I used to build computers and stuff when I first moved to Atlanta. Before I moved to Atlanta, I used to build my own computers. I always built my own computers ever since I took my first computer class or whatnot. But anyway, I know NVIDIA graphics card was the shit. So everybody wanted NVIDIA graphics card for playing games and stuff like that, and for doing like video editing and stuff of that nature. I always did audio stuff, but you didn't need much graphics doing audio. But anyway, I was going to invest in NVIDIA at that time when everybody was doing like NVIDIA, AMD, and you know, they were everybody on that Bitcoin shit. They're probably like 14, 15 years ago or whatnot. But at the time, you know, I was trying to help out a lot of people. You know, I was saving my money, but at the same time, you know, family had issues, needed help, so I gave them some money and other stuff we're trying to do with the family, and I put up some money. So instead of investing, but if I would have invested the money, I would probably have like 4 or 5 million right now. So they go to show, man, you gotta help family, but still focus on stuff that you know is right. You know, you got to invest, especially invest in your 401k. But you see a company that got the potential to go big, and it don't cost that much at the time. Go and invest in it. Called that how you gonna get the papers and retire real early. But anyway, let's continue about NVIDIA. This is a company that kind of like took everybody by storm. $5 trillion company now. It's crazy.
AI revolution believes the tech will make people more productive.
My belief is that everyone's jobs will change because of AI. You're not going to lose your job to AI. You're going to lose your job to somebody who uses AI.
The CEO of Salesforce recently said AI helped cut his customer support staff nearly in half, while Microsoft has had thousands of layoffs as the company invested heavily in OpenAI, the developer of ChatGPT. The company's co-founder Bill Gates speaking with CNBC about AI's influence.
Although it hasn't been seen in large numbers, over the next several years, there will be some impact on the job market.
A recent report by Indeed found fields like software development and data analytics are the most at risk of losing jobs to AI, while more hands-on careers like nursing and childcare will likely be more protected.
Yeah, and I got to say that too. I'm glad what I do is more hybrid, because before, as a IT engineer, I was doing more like networking stuff and just in the command line stuff that could be done remotely. But now it's kind of like a balance. Like I'm doing like level 3 stuff, but my real job is level 2, like swapping out cars, running cables, plugging in cables to the right port, troubleshooting level 2 issues, but still viewing level 3 information to know is the connection forming properly or where the error is at. Is it getting an IP address and stuff of that nature? So make sure you got something that you got to do hands-on that can't be done remotely or outsourced overseas, and you'll be good for a little while. But right now, AI, data centers, they taking over everything, man. So make sure you get into this and get you some of this money. Yeah, who knows where the future is going. I think it's something else I want to mention to y'all. I'm not trying to make this too long, but make sure you invest and make sure you're taking care of yourself, and make sure you're not saving for rainy days, because the rainy days are definitely coming. But anyway, y'all hold it down, and I'll catch y'all next time. Yeah, peace out.